Hello and welcome to English with Jimmy. And today we will read the headlines of some well known newspapers in England. We have the Times, we have the Telegraph, Daily Telegraph, the Mirror, we have the Eye, the Daily Mail, the Daily Star, a tabloid newspaper, the Guardian, very respectable, the Financial Times, the Sun, okay, another tabloid newspaper, and we might read a little bit of the summary written by the BBC about them. We'll start with the Times. Okay, the Times, as you can see here at the top here, is the logo, the coat of arm for the Times. It's a coat of arm for the United Kingdom, and we can see here the lion is for the English lion, and the unicorn is for Scotland. Okay, and we can see the crown there. Can you see the crown and the lion and the unicorn, and we have some form of a motto here or few word in French. It says "Dieu est mon droit." It was said by King Richard II after he won a battle, one of the battles that he won, and he said Dieu, which means God, and my right hand. Also, there is a few words in French written here inside there. It means evil. It's French, actually. I'm not very good at French, but the translation for it is that evil comes to those who think evil, which is very true, actually. Thursday, February the 10th, 2022. Okay, and the website for the newspapers, thetimes.co.uk, and the number of the issue, or whatever. And then here, the price, if you buy it from a news agent, it's £2.20. And if you subscribe for a year, you pay only £1.45, which is a lot cheaper, obviously. So it's better to subscribe rather than to buy it every day. The time is ahead of you at the top here, straight away. You can see at the front page, best for Valentine's. They started to talk about Valentine. It's February, and Valentine is the 14th of February, as we know. And here we can see romantic films, okay, and chocolates to share, yes, and cocktails at home. So you can enjoy yourself with all these lovely things. And there will be like some information about it inside the newspaper. But we also can see a lovely photo of Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman in the film Casablanca, which was like a very, very romantic film, successful. And it's like, I don't know, it's classic. Everyone likes to watch it. You never get bored of watching it. It's a lovely love story. And so Valentine is very soon. So prepare yourself for it, guys. And if you're married, the wife will be upset, or your girlfriend. So you better like buy the teddy bear and the flowers, lovely roses, a dozen roses and teddy bear, and a box of chocolate, her favorite type. Okay, good. The headlines, he's talking about the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, or Bojo, as you like to call him sometimes, written by some reporters here, Chris Smith or Henry Zeffman, if I can see it clearly, it's too small. He wants to end the restriction of Corona and the pandemic. And here we can see another headline, that there will be a investigation by the police who are asking everyone in 10 Downing Street, which is the official residence of the Prime Minister, where he lives, and also in Whitehall, where the government is, they will be asking all the employees whether they attended parties and there was like mixing and mingling and drinking while the whole country was under lockdown. No one was allowed to get out of his house or to go and meet his family or his grandparents or parents in Christmas time, which is traditional. So obviously it was really hard on many people not to meet, especially because we know Christmas is a family gathering occasion. So there will be lots of questions asked and inquiry made, and I think one of the person who will be questioned also the Prime Minister. In British democracy, no one is above the law, and everyone is must respect the law and accept the system of the government of democracy. A photo on the front page of the Times of Liz Truss, the foreign minister, secretary, British foreign secretary is visiting Moscow in order to discuss crisis in Ukraine, and we hope that the Russians will not invade the Ukraine. Down here you can see there is a summary by the BBC journalist about what is the front page of the Times. Okay, here talking about the two stories dominate Thursday's front pages, and they talking about the COVID and the inquiry by the police and the questioning of 50 people in Whitehall and 10 Downing Street. And just a summary, so you don't have to bother reading a lot about up here trial, because like all the writing here, so you can just read the summary. It'll give you a brief of what is the time is focusing on that day. We all know that the newspaper, the owner of the newspaper got a certain opinion, and his opinion is expressed in the editorial. And the editorial is written by the editor, so it reflects the opinion of the owner of the newspaper. We describe the Daily Telegraph and the Times as true blue newspapers. They are very respectable, very conservative. They support the Conservative Party and the right side of the parliament, not the left and not the socialist. They are like supporting capitalism and so on. The Daily Telegraph is talking about increase in prices. Yes, the food prices are going up. Also, the national insurance that you pay towards the health, they will cut more from your salary, and also the prices of the gas and electricity for heating is also going up, and that's what we call triple whammy. Like not only one whammy, one knock to the people, but that's triple. All three things together, it's too much actually. So I think they're discussing that here in the headline here, and also repeating the same subject about the police to contact 50 at number 10 party goers to ask about the parties. And also a front page talks about the talks that are very tough for Truss, the foreign minister in Moscow. Here is a summary from the BBC saying that this interrogation by the police to the workers in 10 Downing Street will complicate matters. The Prime Minister Boris Johnson wants to leave all this matter, Partygate scandal, whatever, behind him and move ahead. But this inquiry might stop him a little bit. The Daily Mirror is the newspaper that speaks for the left, for the Labour Party. The Labour Party is financed by the unions, and it represents the socialist opinion in England, and they are the opposition. They form the shadow cabinet, and they prepare themselves to win the election if they can. And we can see here is the Mirror and the date, Also, the motto, the heart of Britain. So they are describing themselves as the heart of Britain, the working people, working class people. An advert here for a book at W.H. Smith, which very famous shop for selling books and stationaries. And here in the mirror, we can see, because it represents the opposition, so we can see a picture or a photo of the Prime Minister in the office with a bottle of champagne and some of his workers around him in a festive mood. As you can see, it's a Christmas festive mood. Another headline here, Johnson caves in and ends COVID isolation. So he decided to lift the restrictions on COVID because the scandal probably, some people are saying because there's pressure from like lots of, I don't know, businessmen who their business was affected because of the lockdown. So he's going to end isolation and bring back life to normal. So that is on the front page, talking about the scandal of the Prime Minister, what we call Partygate, not like Watergate in America for President Nixon. It's like he was like under pressure. And here's evidence. You can see a Prime Minister having a party while the whole country was in lockdown. There is here a story about Colleen shares heartache. I think she's the wife of Wayne Rooney, the footballer, famous footballer of Manchester United, and she's saying why I stayed with Wayne. Okay, yes. She tells of anguish over his cheating. He was cheating on her, probably having an extramarital affair. Okay, and the love that keeps them together. She still loves him, and that's why she forgave him, and they're still together. And again, there's a summary here by the BBC to the front page of the Mirror. The I newspaper, it costs only 65p, and their motto is journalism you can trust, Britain's fastest growing readership. So lots of this. That's how the motto for them, which means that you can trust what they're saying. It's honest news, and the readers for them is increasing. Many people now are actually going back to the internet now. Not going back. I mean, they switch completely from buying newspapers and magazines to reading the news on the website, which is affecting the hard copies and the printing of the newspapers. But it is expected. People find that reading the news on a website, on a mobile, on a laptop, okay, on a tablet is much easier and quicker. There's a headline here, of course, the royals, talking about the royal family, okay, after the Queen, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, agreed to give the Duchess of Cornwall the title of Queen when Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales, becomes a king. There will be like a shuffle. I don't know. They're talking about the future. Who's going to move in which castle? And they're saying that, of course, the royals don't want to live in Buckingham Palace. It's creepy. Creepy means it's scary a little bit. They don't feel comfortable there. They prefer Windsor Castle, for example, instead of Buckingham Palace, which is the official residence for the Queen. Bonfire of pandemic rules means to burn everything. We celebrate bonfire night on the 5th of November. It's Guy Fawkes Night, the guy who tried to blow up the parliament and was caught and executed. So here they describing the word bonfire pandemic rules. So all the rules for the pandemic restriction on people not to move, not to mix, not to have more than 3 people in the same room, wearing masks and all these things will be scrapped. So they're saying all COVID laws in England scrapped in a fortnight. A fortnight means 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks they will scrap all these laws. Self-isolating when positive becomes voluntary. So if you got the COVID and you did the test, you can just self-isolate, stay at home, and it becomes voluntary. It's not compulsory, but you should do it. Government wants to avoid never-ending rules. The government doesn't want the rules because it affects the economy and the work of many people. And scientists say wholly wrong, and that pandemic is over. The scientists saying no, that's wrong. the pandemic is not over yet. So there is, I don't know, there's lots of different conflicting views and opinions here, but it's been mentioned, and we'll see what will happen in the future about this pandemic. Again, the headline is saying police quiz Johnson and 50 staff, okay, for partying in lockdown, which is against the law. You told the whole country, the prime minister and the government told the whole country, stay at home, lockdown, no mixing, no partying, no going out, no restaurants, no pubs, nothing. And they were partying at Whitehall and 10 Downing Street. So the police is questioning them, and they will see if they break the law. We have a football player here. I can't remember his name, but the guy, he kicked a cat. That's really, really horrible. A kitten, actually. It wasn't a cat, it was a kitten. And he kicked her. And it wasn't, the video went viral. And I think the cat kicker, that's what they call him now, cat kicker, okay, given the boot by Adidas. Adidas used to probably sponsor him to advertise their boots and their sportswear, okay, kit, and now they decided to withdraw that and not to take him because his image is very cruel to animals and pets. Yeah. The RSPCA, it's the Royal Society for Protection of Animals, okay, seizes Zuma's cat. I think that's his name, pets, okay. So they took the cat or the kitten from his house because of what he did. He apologized completely and humbly to everyone, and he said he was wrong and he admitted his mistake. But I don't know. People still have bad opinion of him. And when he was playing the game yesterday, I think, or the day before, there was lots of whistling and at him every time he touches the ball and booing, boo, 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 because of what he did by kicking a little kitten in the house. So it's really cruel, actually, to do something like that. It shows a sadistic desire, okay, in him, which is not really nice at all. Cressida Dick is in peril as Priti Patel joins critics. Priti Patel is a minister for the police, okay, the Home Secretary, and there is some criticism being directed to Cressida Dick, and it says here, Met chief, she's the chief of the Met, and her position becoming untenable. Untenable means she must resign. There is no way out of it. I can't remember. I don't know exactly the story about her, but there is something here which means that she's got to resign. Untenable. Okay? That is talking about the police. About the economy, cost of living squeeze won't be as bad as feared. They like trying to assure the people. Okay? And here, style, why Jeff Bezos is such a terrible dresser. Then criticizing the way this guy likes to dress, okay? And here's a summary by the BBC again about the news. Moving on to the Daily Mail. The Daily Mail as well got the coat of arms, as you can see here, all right? Not all of it, actually, just GM on droit, and okay, that's the coat of arms. And here is daily newspaper of the year, okay? And the price is 80 pence, okay? And here is a website if you want to read there and join it, and the date, as you can see again. And here is, as someone is saying, what's her name? Amanda Platel, okay? They have a female magazine, okay? Female, it's not female. Female should be MALE, but here's female like email, okay? On Stars page 31 inside, so that there's like a magazine inside. And Amanda is talking about as betrayed wife, I was on the team Diana. She was supporting Princess Diana, okay? So why have I forgiven Camilla? She's explaining why she forgiven Camilla Parker Bowles, who had an extramarital affair with Prince Charles while he was married to Princess Diana. But now all is forgiven and they will accept her as the queen of the country when Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales, becomes king. But hopefully it will be after a long time. Queen Elizabeth II is much loved by everyone. She is such a devoted to her, got lots of devotion for the country. She served for 70 years, platinum celebration and jubilee, great service, and it's really much respected and admired all over the world. She never put a foot wrong, never put a foot wrong. She behaved marvelously, really, as a monarch of the United Kingdom. Again, here they're talking about England tears up, not tears, tears up, which means to tear the papers. It's like bonfire. It's a different way of the editors using the same thing. So, which means England will get rid of all the COVID rules and leads the world. We are first major nation to leave pandemic. Okay, behind, as Prime Minister says, curbs to end this month. So we have the third jab is almost given to millions of people. The third jab. So, and AstraZeneca proved to be effective in fighting corona. And here's the same story about the wife of Wayne Rooney and why she's like sticking by him and supporting him, even if he cheated on her. The Daily Star is a tabloid newspaper, normally interested in gossips and scandals and of celebrities and so and so. Okay, and as we can see here, the motto for it: "Proud to love animals." Okay, which is good. They have some. Yes, they're talking about some rugby league free rugby league pullout inside. That's football, like American football. Rugby is like American football. It's a popular game we play in England. Here they're talking about the Prime Minister. Unfortunately, they call him in a very disrespectful way. You call him Bozo. And Bozo means a person who is not experienced enough. So Bozo, to scrap all the COVID rules, he and his chums means his friends or fellow workers that the circle, inner circle close to him, okay, never stuck to. So they're saying that Bozo, the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, they called him Bozo, nickname, or I don't know, whatever, it's not really, there's lots of disrespect here, okay, but it's freedom of the press. And he never respected the rules for COVID. So they're going to scrap all these rules now and bring the country back to normal. The footballer Zuma, okay, cats in care, as he took the kitten actually from his house. The footballer, his name is Zuma, okay. He plays for West Ham United, I think, the Hammers. And they took the cat from his place, okay. Okay, it's the same story about the cat. And the end here means end of the show of the COVID show. Okay, isolation to be axed even if you are positive. So even if you are positive, you don't have to isolate yourself at home. It's voluntary. You can do it or not. Okay. UK is back to normal after 2 years of hell. Yes, it was 2 years of hell. Lots of people lost money because restaurants and pubs and workers and shops and every place actually who was forced to shut down during Christmas and festive season and the time where business should be booming lost a lot of money. So all these will be scrapped and hopefully life will come back to normal. Another story here about Keane. He was a famous footballer as well. I don't know what it is, but it's inside. You can go and read it on the website. Okay, and something to do with the nuclear fusion, some kind of energy generation, energy using nuclear power again, because the prices of gas is going up. So we'll see. Moving on to the Guardian, and we can see here news provider of the year. Okay, that's the motto they like to call themselves. Okay, here's a lady talking about, I started my own food hub to help the hungry, and she woman who fed 100,000 people. There's like a story about her there, and here's someone who's saying why I put dangerous people on prime time. It's probably a presenter or a producer or something, Louis Xerox. COVID rules to be abolished. Okay, one newspaper called it bonfire, which like burning. One called it scrapped, okay, or tear, okay, and here abolished. All the same main news and all being expressed by different editors in different ways. So one is burning them, one is tearing them like papers, and one is abolishing them in England in a fortnight, in a couple of weeks. Life. Someone got a life term for man who murdered two partners. He had two partners, probably cohabiting. They didn't say wives, but I don't know why he killed them. I don't know. All right. So there's a story here about a murder, and again, 50 people will face questions by the police. Partygate. Okay, that's it. And then here's a summary by the BBC about what the front page of The Guardian is. A Financial Times is, as the title says, it's National Newspaper of the Year, and the motto for it, okay? I don't see a logo there. Probably the logo is just a headline. As soon as you see the pink color and letters, the Financial Times, you know, they're talking about the economy, the stock market. It's for business people and people who are interested in high stake business and things like that, all business news. They have three stories here. One is about Berlin to rethink stance on Russia, the relation between the Germans and the Russians, and one about Starbucks in China, one fresh shot. I don't know. They got read the story. Another story here, and another story is about President Macron of France. Something to do to get out of trouble. Some trouble he's facing. The idea is the headlines here is a little bit mysterious to get you. To give you the incentive to read the story in full to find what it is. So headlines sometimes can be catchy, and catchy phrases can be funny, can make you laugh, and sometimes can be mysterious in order to make you want to read the story. Again, about ending England to end the isolation rules, about after COVID, the life after COVID. Okay, you can see a picture here of lots of people in the streets. Okay. They're saying that life to comes back to normal. You can see St. Paul over there, the cathedral over there, the back of the picture here. Some news from the United States. United States regulator moves to strengthen disclosure rules for private funds. Something to do with, okay, some rules you have to declare about private funds, maybe for the taxman or whatever. Power to boil 60 kettle marks huge advance in nuclear fusion technology. Something here about advancement in nuclear fusion technology to replace maybe the shortage in petrol and gas, okay, and high demand for energy. Sun is another tabloid newspaper interested also in a little bit of jingoism and eroticism and celebrities news and scandals and so on. As you can tell, the motto for it, the people's paper, that's what they call themselves, okay, they like their motto. All COVID rules to be axed by February 24th, so that's good news. They're talking about this Zuma guy who, okay, backlash against shamed Ace. The people are angry with him because of what he did. And Zuma cats saved by Royal Society of Protection of Animals, okay? So they took the cat from him. That's the front, okay? All right. They obviously care about animals and making it more important than the end of COVID rules, which is just underneath the headline here. And then you can see the story about the cat. They're saying charity rescues kick scandal pets. Okay, they took the kitten away from him and demands for Star to be prosecuted. They want him to be sent to court and prosecuted for his cruelty for kicking the kitten or the cat, and 250,000 fine and dropped by West Ham. So the Hammers management are going to fine him 250,000 and maybe drop him out completely because what he did really was really no need for really. Okay, so just very very sadistic. That's the word for it. Okay, sadistic. Here's some summary by the BBC. Okay, a brief here, and then here's like a brief, all the summary about all the newspapers, the Times, the Telegraph. Okay, the Eye, and the Mail. Okay, they're talking about it. The Guardian, the Sun, the Mirror. We obviously have the Express, but it's not here today. Okay, there's Metro also is a newspaper that you can get free while you using the tube. You'll find it there. You can just pick one and read it. So here we talk today, guys, about the front pages of many of the English newspapers. I recommend you do that daily, actually, to keep up to date with what's happening in the country. And there's always lots of new words, and the editors, they have different techniques in expressing their opinions about the same story, and you can compare. One is called bonfire, and one is called turd, the rules, and one called abolished. So that is an education in how to write short headlines, how the editors don't respect the grammar rules. Okay, they just write the headlines as short and as brief as possible, as long as the reader can get the idea. And obviously, sometimes only the natives will get that, or the people who are living in the country and follow the news will get it quickly, while a person who is not a native or doesn't live in England and not following the news might be wondering a little bit what's the story is about it sometimes, if he doesn't, because there's always new words being added, nicknames, and like Brexit. No one knew what's Brexit until we knew that it means Britain exit from Europe. So, and Brexiteers means the people who support exiting from Europe, the European Union. So you need to read the newspapers regularly, guys, to keep up with the language, English language, and how it develops, and the new expressions and the new words, and how clever masters of the language, like the editors of the Times and the Telegraph and the Guardian and the Sun and so on, phrases they come up with, and how they make it catchy to attract your eyes. So you do a double take. When you walk in the street and you see the headline that catches your eyes, you will turn straight away and want to buy the newspaper to find out exactly what's going on. That is really a clever thing for English writers and journalists, and I recommend it for all the students to do that on a daily basis. That's it, girls and guys. Okay, and I thank you.